welcome back to Non-League Adventure with me, GW365. This is Season 3, Episode 2 of Football Manager 2016, playing as Curzon Ashton Football Club. If you joined us last time, we played the opening game of the season. We absolutely trounced Braintree. We beat them 3-0 at home in the first game of the season with Ty Phillips, Dieter Downey and Liam Thompson and Luke Ashworth particularly impressing. They had a very poor game, really. Moving on to the next game, we drew 2-2 with Bromley away from home. Pretty even game. Really searching for an equaliser. It seemed. I don't know. We had quite a few chances between the 62nd minute and the 77th minute. Eventually, we finally scored through new signing Pedro Canario. He set up the first goal. Did he? I'm sure he got an assist and he got an assist and a goal in this game. It was a weakened team, very much so. We had the second choice right back, and the second choice, backup centre back, backup left back, DM, pretty much everyone apart from Ashworth and Grimes, and I think the strikers had no choice. It was all basically. Oh no, Jordan Thewlis started. He's more first choice than I forget his name now, Rio, whatever his last name is. He's more first choice than him. However, we managed to get a draw late on. Moses Emmanuel, that was a goal from a set piece. Luke Ashworth, unfortunate with an own goal, trying to tackle a defender in the area, and it went in at the near post. But yeah, Pedro Canario scored a great goal from outside the area to level things up. So pretty pleased with that. However, he did get an injury, did Thewlis, again, and out for 9 to 12 days. It's prompted me after this game. 1-1. We were never looking like we were going to lose this game. Pedro Canario with another goal. And then all of a sudden just got a random chance and they scored. It was from a cross again. From a free kick, I think, or something like that. As you can see here, I mean, they played particularly poor. And we had more players performing quite well. So, although it says 9 shots to 10, we were the better side by far. You might notice here, Ty Phillips injured on the hour mark. Devastation. 5 months out. He's probably not going to play again, if I'm being completely honest, for us. Because and the fact that Thompson was out for 5 weeks, that were both in the same game. Devastation. It did prompt us to sign Jarby here, Mamadou Jarby, on a free transfer. Used to play for Fleetwood. Basically, as a youngster, is another backup striker. But it's just because Thewlis is getting injured quite a bit now. This is him. He's got good composure, finishing, heading. First touch is good. Pace isn't terrible. Teamwork and work rate's decent as well. Determination could be better. But his backup. He's 2.5 star with some decent potential. We also signed this guy. You might think he's a fullback. You're thinking, what are you doing? You've got loads of fullbacks at the team. You'd be correct. But I've got him because he can play naturally on the right wing. Wide midfielder, it says winger more likely, but wide midfielder I still think he's got some decent stats, as you can see here. And he's pretty quick. Acceleration 13, pace is 14, 3.5 star player with 5 star potential. So that, for me, made him a no-brainer. He's only on £220 a week as well for 2 years. This was strange because I mentioned this because everyone knows who Leeds are and the troubles they've been through, unless you're like 10 years old or younger. Basically, I find this incredibly hard to believe that Leeds only. This is a record. It's actually gone up to 20 million now because they sold Charlie Taylor as well as Lewis Cook, which makes me absolutely devastated. Two of the better players in real life. But I'm pretty sure when we sold Rio Ferdinand to Man United, that was for 30 million. So how is that a record? Answers on a postcard, anyone? Please let us know in the comments. Went to the team that knocked us out of the FA Trophy last season. We hung in there for ages and we created a couple of chances, but we always seemed to miss the target. But in the end, they had four clear chances to our 0, and we didn't deserve anything from the game, if I'm being completely honest. They didn't play brilliantly. Hawkridge in particular did. But yeah, they were just too good for us on the day. This was the most disappointing result to date in all my save. We were 2-0 up at half-time. I even said at half-time to concentrate. They had 4 shots at half-time. We had, I think, 9. We were dominating them, and they just came out and got 2 goals. The second one, though, I'm telling you now, it was offside. All our players surrounded the linesman, and I had a look at it, and it was tight, but I think he was just offside, and I think we got done over there. Got FM'd. We also got a fine in this game for so many yellow cards as well. You can see that the bar's quite a hefty one because of all the bookings. Got set fine £750. Jordan Tunnicliffe joined us because I'm just thinking from a defensive standpoint. We needed a centre back that was actually decent, 3.5 star with 5-star potential. He's looking pretty decent for the future. He's only 23. He's only on £220 again for 2 years. I'm expecting big things from this guy. Basically because if he can improve, like it says he's only got really 18 months to improve because, well, not even that, because he'll turn 24 soon, and by all counts 25 means he's got no more potential. This was disappointing. As you can see, we were the better team. Got a load of yellow cards yet again, but we lost 1-0. And to be honest with you, excuse me, I'm looking forward to Moyo coming back. This is what it is. We've not won in 5 games. I mean, albeit we've drawn 3, but we've lost 2. And just one thing to note, the transfer window ended. We signed 15 players in this transfer window. And that goes for the whole roundup as well, which includes Stefan Jovetic going to Juventus for free, Kondogbia coming to Man City from Inter, and Andre Gomez, a flamboyant midfielder, also going to Man City, this time from Valencia. What the hell is that? That's not Valencia's badge. Is it not? Crazy amount of money anyway that's been spent by Man City. That's really bugging me now. Anyone know who that is? That does not look like Valencia's emblem or badge to me. But anyway, yeah, this is again. They spent 6.5 million of Leeds. I'm not being funny, but we've spent 80 million on Rio Ferdinand in one transfer alone in one season. I'm pretty sure we spent a hell of a lot more than 6.5 million for a record. Something's not right there, in my opinion. Excuse me. We are down to very secure instead of untouchable. Your capture of Dieter Downey, who the fans believe to be an extremely good player, has been particularly pleasing. Well, you see, you can't write this. He left us and rejoined us in the space of a week. Obviously still upset with Ben Atkinson leaving. Yeah, it's just a bit of a shame. Form has been a bit sketchy, has to be said, but I think the injuries haven't helped, and then people not being completely fit, as you can see. Oh, that was one thing I forgot to add on to the end of the last game. Jordan Jones got sent off with about 5 minutes to go for a deliberate handball, apparently, when he was already on a yellow card. So, this is what we're probably going to have to end up with. So this is a team we're going to be going with this time. It's worth noting that Rio Murray is also injured. I somehow missed that. I don't know how I missed it. Thompson's not quite ready to come back. He's returned to full fitness in 3 days. Can play for 60 minutes if we really want to. But we're going to start with Grimes in net, of course. We've got Smith at right back. Ashworth comes back in with Flynn. And Downey plays at left back. Foster, the ball-winning midfielder. He's been doing quite well. He's got a 7.4 average rating, which is pretty pleasing to say that he's a ball-winning midfielder in defensive midfield, and he's got no assists or goals. Dieter Downey's been playing quite well as well. Obviously, you can see there 7.44 average rating. We're going for Gorman on the left this game, just because of fitness issues and the fact that not so much fitness. He's not very fit at the minute. But Leo Hunt is one card away from suspension already. He's only got 10 aggression. What's going on there? But never mind. Going Ratchy at right midfield, basically because I've got no one else at the minute, because I've got someone suspended, and obviously Ty Phillips is knackered at the minute. Then we're going for Canero and Blake in the attacking midfielder roles. Yeah, and David Moyer comes in for his first start. This is, of course, against Halifax, who came up with us. They're massive favourites for this game, which is kind of a pain. As you can see here, look at that form in the friendlies. I'm hoping he's going to take that form. He's been injured and he's not really played since, and his sharpness isn't great. But I'm hoping he can provide us with something, because he's not declined anywhere. So he's got pace to burn. Basically, he's fairly determined and he's decent at finishing. He's got quite a lot of goals in this tactic. I'm hoping he can start for us now. So yeah, looks like they've got 3 new players because they haven't got team numbers. They are currently 2 places ahead of us. We've dropped down to 19th with 6 points from his first 6 games. 4 teams can get relegated, it's worth noting. So yeah, let's get into the game. I'm hoping for big things here, but we're not looking good at the minute. As you can see there, massive underdogs. Continue. I think I've got no choice. I did have a team meeting before this game. We are underdogs. I'm tempted to just say, because I've done that team meeting, so if you look here, everyone is like at least fairly good. I'm going to say no pressure. We're huge underdogs. Let's try and do something. Let's try and kick some ass. So I've got faith in the players that haven't reacted. Hopefully we'll get a reaction. Looking at this one, not. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Disa Downey, you legend. I still think that captain situation helps. You know, I'd rather Dita Downey be the captain and Grimes be vice captain, if I'm being completely honest. So we've got a couple of reactions there, but we get the game underway, and there's a lot of fans in this stadium, which is pleasing to see. We are away from home, of course, but hopefully we can cause a bit of an upset here. Excuse me. Downey with the throw, finds Foster. Looking for options now, he's got a couple, but he's opted to charge down the line. Finds Foster. Foster with a simple pass to Blake. Blake plays a lovely ball to Moyo, and that is why he's there. That off the ball prowess, even though he's only got 9 for off the ball, but that pace just gets him in behind, gives him a clear-cut opportunity straight away. That's what we've been missing in a couple of games. When we've been chasing the game, trying to get a goal back, we've been needing a response, and he's hopefully going to be the man who's going to provide us with that response. As a ball comes in, that's a pretty easy goal for Sellers, because Grimes can't goalkeep to save his life, apparently. And then this ball comes in. It's a deep cross. Defenders don't know what they're doing there. What Grimes is doing. I have a feeling that Bear would have saved that last season. So I'm calling a bit of bullshit there. Downey though, can we respond? I'm going to encourage. Ball comes out. It comes out to Ratchi. It is a weakened side. We've got quite a few injuries. I'm probably going to have a look and see if I can get McKee again, because he was pretty McKee in our promotion push last season. Sellers crosses in. It comes to the back post to McGlashan. The debutant, I think. Has the Craig. It's tackled well by Ratchi. That's a great ball to Moyo now. He's 1-on-1 with the last defender, Brown. Can he get away from him? He can, but he's letting other defenders in. He has a go, but it's gone wide. He did so well until the finish. It's a corner now. Ratchi with the corner. It's a decent ball in, but it's headed away by Brown. Foster should get there first, and he does. He's got Smith in support. He's got his back to everyone who he needs to face. Ashworth to Smith. Inside it goes to Foster. Now it's Blake. Blake feeds a lovely ball wide to Downey. Can he get the ball whipped in? No, he squares it to Gorman. Now it's Blake. They're just trying to pass it into the net, but Moyo's there. It's a great effort again. Good save by Ross. Once more. That's what Moyo's there for. To get those opportunities. If he gets 6 opportunities, I'm confident he'll score 1. Oh, that's a big mistake by the defender. Caneros through on goal. Can he finish? He's put it wide. It's a great opportunity. How is that not a clear-cut opportunity? I'm sorry, game, but that's a clear-cut opportunity right there. Ratchi. FC Halifax let off the hook there. Blake with a lovely ball towards Moyo, but it's won by Bolton. But Foster picks up the loose ball and finds Blake with a short, simple ball. Another quick exchange to Canero. Moyo, he finds Gorman. Oh, Roberts is there with the interception. A long ball to Gilchrist. And he's chipped over for Sellers, who's apparently the quickest player in the game. And the best. And Grimes actually saves this time. It's worrying signs here at the minute. McManus with a corner. Swung in, headed away by Ashworth. Wassett loses that to Blake because he's quite a top player in himself. I think we are missing Thompson at the minute. His height and elevation is pretty good. Downey throws it down the line to Moyo. He's lost it to McGlashan though. What is the defender doing there, Flynn? Sellers plays it out wide. Hasler-Craig's got acres of space to pick across here. Plays in Gilchrist, and that should have been a goal. That's a great save by Grimes. And that didn't go down as a clear-cut opportunity neither when I felt sure that was. So we're not playing particularly well, particularly Canero, probably because of that miss. He should have scored, to be fair, but his finishing is only 7, which is, you know, it should be adequate for a one-on-one anyway. Blake, Foster, decent ball to Gorman. Back to Foster it goes. He finds Canero with a neat looking pass. Now it's Moyo! Oh, it's just agonisingly wide. I think it clipped the post on the way through. We're not playing terribly. It's just not going in for us. Blake wins the header. Bolton's going to win that all day long, but he heads it only as far as Ratchie. Now it's Foster. Finds Canero. Look at Smith. Look at the overlapping run, and he does. But Ratchie takes over because he's got a better cross on him, apparently. Gets a corner from it. It was a poor cross, in all truth. Ratchie will result in corner. Crosses in. It's headed away by Bolton. Or Hasler-Craig. It can get them on the counter. Get FC Halifax going on the counter. Sellers against Smith. Liam Smith fouls. That's a free kick. Excuse me. Ratchie with the free kick. Has a go. It's miles wide. Oh no. I've got my head in my hands, and you know why. I've wasted my money on a striker who looks at things. Thigh injury. He's only just come back, first game back. He didn't say he has major problems with... Let's have a look at him. In fact, he doesn't even have problems with injuries. So I don't know what the hell's going on. I think I had an option of signing someone else who doesn't have problems with injury, who did have problems with injuries. So I left him. This is a worry, because Thewlis is probably not quite up to it. And it's kind of concerning, is this? So I had high hopes for this guy. Very high hopes. We have been unlucky. But it doesn't change the fact. I'll have to say unlucky, keep morale up. Ooh, got hiccups. So, FC Halifax get us underway. We are currently sat in 20th position, which is not a good place to be. Downey loses out to Gilchrist. That's a sign of things to come, then I'm genuinely worried. Liam Smith's not having a particularly good game. Neither is Canero or Gorman or Ratchie or pretty much any of the team, really. It's time to make another change because Thewlis isn't actually doing anything. Leo Hunter, it's time to come on and make yourself a hero. In fact, I'll have to leave you guys on because you're playing better than Gorman. Gorman's playing terribly. I don't really want to make another change just yet. This is very concerning. 1-0 down. Let us do something here. I'm just going to change something here. I'm going to put you on a shadow striker. See if that helps. You've got some decent off the ball, I believe. No, 6. But you've got decent vision and decent finishing. So I'm hoping that's going to make a difference. We'll have to wait and see. Probably won't because now we're on the 75th minute mark. Oh, there's a highlight. Let's have a look. It's their highlight, so it's probably going to be 2-0 here. Downey gets it though, so maybe not. Blake is in acres of space and he's found him as well. That's a great ball for Thewlis now. He's one-on-one the keeper, but that first touch always lets them down. That is the worst shot I've ever seen. That's the worst shot I've ever seen. I'm not even exaggerating. That's awful. Not many attacking options on the bench, but Ratchie's going to have to come off because he's playing terribly. We can't even beat a team that's come up with us. We've drawn every game with them in the past. I was very enthusiastic about this season as well after that first game when we thumped... who were it now I played? Not Bromley, that was second game of the season. Wait, not Brackley. Brackley in the division below. No, we'll find out now. Braintree, who are on the same points as us now. Come on now, Curzon. We need to get a late goal now. It doesn't look like we're going to get one. They've come into the game more than us in the second half. They've had 5 shots to our 1. Moyo going. Moyo disappearing again through injury. I can tell it's going to be a big one. But Canero! Oh, out of nowhere, like Randy Orton. But it's a great save once again. And how that wasn't a clear-cut opportunity. It was 1-on-1 with the keeper. That was the chance. That was the chance to equalise. And it doesn't look like we're going to get another one. But who knows? We might get one here. It's unlikely. But here comes Foster. He's got Blake square of him. Find him. Canero finds Thewlis. Come on now, Thewlis. Get in, you mofo! That's a great time to score, and that's going to make it a 3rd draw in 3 against FC Halifax. But I think it's deserved. Look at the stats. We've slightly edged the chances. We've had more clear-cut chances. We've hit the post. We have a more possession, albeit only just. And I think it's deserved. We don't deserve to lose that game. Maybe not deserve to win, but we deserve at least a point. Great ball there, Canero, with that nice little pass, and Thewlis showing his worth there as a stand-in candidate for striker. But there's a late chance now. There's 15 seconds over the injury time amount. If they get a goal here, which they're not, I'd have been very, very disappointed. So, I'm going to say that's a good result. They've done brilliantly to come back and salvage a draw. Get that morale up. Man of the match was Canero as well. He's been pretty good in the last couple of games, to be fair. Referee's had a poor game. That leaves us in 19th. It's still early days. 7 points in 7 games. It's not ideal, but you know, there's worse results. And this is what I'm worried about. We've got him missing for another 5 weeks now, so we've got to manage without him for another 5 weeks. Which is very disappointing. He looked very bright, and I think you'll agree he looked very bright. So with that now, we are struggling. We are struggling at this moment in time. We're 19th. We've scored... Well, I don't even know how many we've scored. Let's have a look. League table. Curzon Ashton. We scored 9. We've conceded 9. We're not the top scorers, and we did it... Well, put it this way. Ty Phillips was brilliant for us in the first couple of games. And then we've lost him for pretty much all season. It's disgusting. It was going to be such a key element to his success. I might have to have a look and see if there's anyone else out there. But I'll do it off camera. Hopefully you've enjoyed this game. Well, this video, should I say. If you have, why not press that like button if you'd like to see more. Feel free to subscribe. And if you think any of your friends might enjoy seeing the content that I'm putting out there, please give them a shout and send them towards my channel. It'd be greatly appreciated. But hopefully you'll join us for the next game, which will be Dover, away from home. Hopefully you'll join us for that. And until then, I will see you then. Bye-bye.